Good morning. This is WCCB News Rising at 7:31, the time when you get to take over our show.
That's right. We're getting crowdsourced here. It's graduation season. And, we want to know what one single piece of advice, real-world advice, you wish you knew before walking across the stage and into the real world.
What is it? Our producer Tyler Young is in the newsroom with your words of wisdom for us this morning. What are those pieces of advice we can pass on?
Good morning, Derek and Christine. It looks like everybody's a life coach this morning and kind of trying to save the grads from, making some of their same mistakes. But I want to start with Chase. Chase has a good one. Do not open any credit cards.
Ooh.
I agree with him. That is a very good one.
It's interesting that we're seeing a lot of financial ones here this morning. Karen says, save 10% of your paycheck, even if it doesn't seem like much. Get in the habit of doing it now.
And that's what Amy says on our Rising Facebook page this morning. Save, save, save. Even if it's only a few bucks a month. She says it's nice to have a cushion in an emergency because those few bucks, they add up.
What else are you getting, Tyler?
Here's a funny one from Alejandro. He says, I wish I knew I'd be working part-time for 4 years.
Ooh.
Yes, to pay for books and just to go out with friends. I had to do the same thing. I was a nanny, a tutor, any job I could pick up, babysitting to help pay for all that stuff.
I've got Allison who maybe had a little bit of trouble when she was younger. She says, don't drink, don't smoke, period. That is her advice. Avoid that stuff. Melissa says, learn how to write a good resume. That's going to be important once you get out. And then I love this one from Jim Wilson and couldn't agree more. Be bold, take chances while you are young. Do it before you settle down, before you're married, before you have kids, before you do all that stuff.
That's funny.
Do it early.
Because you've got conflicting ones there. One saying, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do any of that stuff, period. And the other saying, just live in the moment. And I'm not saying that's what he's saying that means, but it sounds a little bit more daring.
I couldn't agree more with that, though, because I was 20 when I picked up and left everyone and everything I knew to take a job at a radio station here in Charlotte that I wasn't guaranteed full-time hours to start with, and I wouldn't be where I am now if I hadn't done that. So I think you have to go with no regrets. You can always, if something doesn't work, you can always start over. You can always go back home. You can do those things, but you're not always able to be that mobile.
Mom and Dad are like, no, you're not. You're not coming back home. Tyler, we got a funny one on our Facebook page. Suck it up, Buttercup. No one wants to hear your excuses. That's the best piece of advice.
That's a good one. That sounds like it came from a teacher.
It's funny.
One more. I have one from Ganji. Ganji says, be safe, be smart, and live life to the fullest. Have a plan and set goals. Find your place in life and make this world a better place. My piece of advice is I just wish that I would have known that everyone is not going to like you, and that is absolutely okay. You'll spend all this time trying to please your coworkers, trying to please your family, but at the end of the day, you just have to be yourself. So that's my advice to you guys watching at home.
All right, 7:34 now. My quick piece of advice, don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do something.
Ooh, that is very good.
Don't let somebody else get in your head.
You will have to pay for your student loans. That's my piece of advice.
Really? That's still a thing?
And even if you're making nothing in your first job, the bills are still coming
going to be
in.
there. That's right.
More
Don't just
than my
keep
rent.
pushing them down the road.